And I also had my business back home in Miami, Movement Lab. We had just opened up in June 2019, like officially open doors in our own location. We were training for over a year in whatever we could.
Okay.
Basically like a little carpet basically the size of this room.
Yeah.
So we officially opened doors in June, became profitable come January. Finally got past like that green line.
Yeah.
February 2020 was also profitable. And then March, COVID hit.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn.
Everybody's life stopped there.
Yes. So as a business, you want to have like funds in reserve for like rainy days. And like, we didn't have that because we had just opened up.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it's a fucking rainy year and a half almost too. So
yeah.
So we had just opened up and I came down as soon as I could. But like once they gave me the okay, I was still in the contract till July. And I was just training guys virtually back home in Miami and then just trying to support my gym in any way that I could.
Does that actually work like if you do it like that?
yeah, walk us through that, bro. What is it?
It's terrible, right? Yeah, I would imagine, yeah.
It was just like these.
Like, do you really think that you're getting as much done?
So
right?
with the NBA, we shipped a bunch of equipment to every single player.
Wow. Yeah.
Every single player had their own weight room set up in their house,
The luxury-
wherever they were staying.
The luxury of money, right?
Fucking A. The last
Like,
guy on
and
the
then
bench.
this is like right before like
He's gotta see
everything
him play
sold
or
out.
something.
Yeah. Like the companies were like, yeah, like we know you're an NBA team. We're going to help you out. We're going to make sure it's like you're going to get the first amount of equipment.
Yeah.
So they obviously helped us out. And then like, so sometimes like some players were actually willing to train virtually was like, it's FaceTime. Like they wanted to get as much out of it as they could.
Yeah.
Some players say, yeah, just send me the program and I'll do it. And they would never do it.
See, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
COK treatment.
That'd be me. Like, yeah, send it to me. I'll do it. I'll figure it out.
Exactly. So that obviously did not work out.
And is that
very
like
well.
what you're sending them? Is that coming like in a video or is like just
So
instructions?
we used an app called Train Heroic.
Okay.
So we were able to upload exercises that we wanted them to do and upload the program. Like,
Do you recommend the app or?
It's solid.
Okay.
It's not that great. Like there's obviously we still use it now, like even for my gym, but it's not the best.
Okay.
But there's still things that they can improve upon.
Okay.
But it's still good.
Yeah.
So
If y'all want to learn how to if y'all want to learn how to improve, hit up my boy for the sponsorship.
definitely. So the Train Heroic was used for that. It's not the most ideal situation from a virtual training. Just it's not the same as like that human connection that you're training someone live and in person.
You can gauge.
Exactly.
I mean, there's no substitute.
Yeah, you can't replace that. So that was not ideal. We were trying to even do online training for the gym standpoint for Movement Lab.
Right.
And that was also very challenging.
I think when you guys opened up, you were doing like 3 people at a time or something like that.
So when we first, like during COVID, like honestly, we didn't shut down.
Right.
Because it's part physical therapy clinic as well. So technically we're essential. But from a training standpoint, we just kept it all one-on-one.
Yeah.
You keep your mask on, everything one-on-one. You're paying for a semi-private, which is like a group standpoint. But we're going to keep your rate at that, and we're just going to train you one-on-one. And then a lot of people were comfortable with that. And it got to a point like where my partners and my coaches were like training from 7 a.m. till 9 p.m. just because there's only one person an hour.
Yeah. That's not, yeah.
So it was unrealistic for them to do that. And we had dropped like 60, 70% revenue from March to April.
Back in the red?
Yeah, back in the red big time. So back in the red, and we were like, oh, crap, like, what do we do? May and June, and also, like, even beforehand, like, because our build-out process was supposed to be, like, 2 months.
Right.
That shit was 8 months. So our credit cards are maxed out. Like, it got ugly.
It got ugly, yeah.
It got ugly. Our credit cards are maxed out. We had, like, 1 month left. Fortunately, like, the PPP for us, like, helped us.
Right.
We were one of those. It wasn't much because we only had 2 employees. So the PPP was able to just give us an extra month of breathing room.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
at that point, were you considering going back to the NBA?
I mean, there was no one even hiring because Detroit was one of the teams that didn't make the bubble.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So if they would have made the bubble, I would have gone back.
For the average person, what do they get going? Like not the athletes. We know the athletes what they get.
For a guy like me recovering from a dislocated knee that he witnessed a couple years ago.
That was funny. It looked like when Haslam fell the other day. It looked kind of like that.
Bro, I dropped like one sago papa, bro. Like,
it was funny.
Oddly enough, it didn't hurt. You saw me.
I saw you. You had to
I was
like
ready to fight that guy that was laughing at me.
That's impressive.
So what do we get? What do we get when we go?
So Movement Lab is a training studio.
Right.
It's a boutique training studio, so it's relatively small.
Okay.
So it's very private, and clients get a lot of attention to detail.
Right.
So just like the same attention to detail these professional athletes get, our clients, general population clients, they come in and they get the same thing from a one-on-one standpoint where it's like you're with a coach the entire time, or from a semi-private standpoint where it's like each client is working on their own specific goal, training on how their body moves. However, they're doing it in a group session where maybe 4 people are in there and every single client's working towards their specific goal and have a different program. They're just sharing the coach's attention.
Right.
So right now it's primarily a training studio. However, we are moving to a bigger location come around March 2022. And that's going to include the physical therapy component as well. But it's going to be a full-time physical therapy clinic where we can handle more injuries, more recovery services, and things like that. So it could be like a whole holistic, one-stop shop for
Congratulations on the growth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So from being close to closing to fortunately making it out of there.
That's how it happens, man. That's exactly how it happens. Like every business or every thing, there's a struggle. There's a point where it's never always peaches and cream, man. That's like the ideal world. Like people want that, but that's never the
And
same.
we started out small. We were 1,000 square feet right now.
Yeah.
That's double the size of this room right here. So we would fit 4 or 5 people, and just we were expensive, but we're obviously given a very good service.
Right.
And then now we got to the point where it's like we have to grow out of it because we don't fit anymore.
Yeah.
So now we're moving into a 3,000 square feet facility where it's like, okay, we can have more services involved. We can take care of more people, take care of a community of Miami Lakes as well. And obviously more professional athletes are going to come down, especially during the off season. So it'll be a wide mix where it's like this grandma and this 18, 17-year-old youth athlete could be training with a professional athlete in the same room in the same session.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. But even growth means, like, again, more growth means that people are still going to get their personalized experience. There's still going to be a lot of attention to detail. It's not going to be water.
No. It'll be the same amount of people in the session, except we will have more sessions available.
Exactly.
So right now we have about every hour and 15 minutes. Yeah. We'll have it every 30 minutes because we have the ability to kind of like have a nice flow going in the new spot.
So don't think because he's coming up doesn't mean they're still paying attention to details, still a personal experience. There's still a connection between you and the client, and it's not just we're just taking in as many people as we can just to take them in. There's still connection there between the client and that. And then, on top of that, the NBA players, the NFL players, hopefully some MLB players.
Hopefully.
That's coming soon. So you got some soccer guys?
We're supposed to.
Okay.
I don't know from where or who, but we're supposed to.
That's coming. That's coming in the future.